I think the aliens have landed. Hi, I'm Dan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Today we're going to be checking out the new Didgeridoos by Soundiron. Soundiron has released a very unique instrument. This is Didgeridoos, a virtual instrument sampled from 16 differently tuned Didgeridoos. In collaboration with William McGavin and David Zagaro, this is built so users can create rhythms and melodies, and this is unlike any other Didgeridoo library before. And one thing I think is interesting is that Soundiron does note that this is not intended to be used in a traditional context and has been designed to provide creative tools and new sonic possibilities. They also state that it's not intended to represent or replace the authentic realism and cultural importance of a traditional Aboriginal music and spiritual traditions, which I think is very cool to be sensitive about. Library downloads is 9 gigabytes. It contains 2 NKIs. It's got chromatic sustains, vowels, beatboxing, and effects articulations, as well as 43 ambience patches created from the sound sources, which I'm excited to hear. Soundiron always does great sound design work. There's also 20 custom sound design effects and ambience presets. Library is compatible with the free version of Contact 6 or the full version of Contact 6. It is a Contact Player instrument, loads right in your Libraries tab. It's compatible with Complete Control and the S-Series keyboards and NKS Ready. Didgeridoos normally sells for $99. The time of putting this together was on a special intro price of $69 US. To take you straight over to Soundiron in the description below. Alright, I've got Didgeridoos loaded in, did a batch resave. You can see it's the Contact 6 instrument playing in my Contact Player, Libraries tab, accessible, and there are 2 main NKIs, ensembles and solos, and then a number of custom presets, which I'm always eager to check out. Let's go ahead and just start flipping through. This is a first look video, first time I've opened up the instrument. I'm going to play through a number of sounds and get a feel for the library. Alright, so it's looking like the way that it's got it set up is you got several master categories for your attack for your samples, and then different samples divided up with that. And I really like the way this is kind of put together. Here we've got sustains at 80 BPM, and those are tempo synced with this little switch right here. I am at 90, and you can hear some of those here. Let's flip through those. then we've got a number of presets in the sample category of sustains at 120 BPM. And I like the way that they've divided these up with real performances at 80 and 120. That way you get able to kind of speed them up or slow them down a little bit to get them to fit your tempo exactly. And with quite a few different performances there, you should be able to find a cool rhythm to work with what you got. Then they've got what they call the vowels. Vowel A, E, I, O, U. And I assume that's what the embouchure of the player is. And several different performances sampled for these. So let's listen to some of these. And then for the E ones, I like these grain samples. It's really nice. It's got just a little bit of a growl to them. And there's a variation. There's shorts and longs there. For all the vowels. Then they got this beatbox collection. And I really feel the fidelity in these samples. It's pretty cool. And there's a collection of effects performances. Yeah, that's a great sound. And I guess what it's doing there is playing the natural overtones of the instrument, lipping up to get the next note for those. So that is the ensembles. So let's go ahead and listen to some of the solos. Looks like different root samples with the same collection, sustains, vowels, beatboxes, and effects. Very synthy. Yeah, I'm always impressed with the sound design. Soundiron always does, and these don't disappoint. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great sound. Whoa. So the Sussidoos are sustains, and the Stockadoos are shorts. That one's really nice. So before we go into the custom presets, let's just go ahead and play a tiny bit and create our own kind of thing going on. We go ahead to the Sussidoos. Gonna layer the first rhythmic one with an effect on layer 2, mic 2. And I'll add a little sub-synth. And here we can easily adjust our pitch. And now I've got my layers B and A set up. I set up layer A with my mic 1, layer B with mic 2. Ambience I left in the center, so it'll stay playing, and the sub synth will kick in on B. So we should be able to go from something rhythmic to something with a little more sustain, and there's a lot of character because of that effects riser that I've got there. Oh, that's very cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the custom effects presets. And here, just how far we can take the sample set with the engine. And they've also included a number of programming for the LFOs, filters, ARPs, and the effects rack. So let's check that out. That's a Rage Against the Machine right there. Yeah, I guess what my thought was, I thought it was odd that it was divided into drone notes for the samples for the soloists, as where the ensemble had a chromatic mapping. This will give you a lot more variation for sure, and it looks like they've got C, E, C sharp, E, G, A sharp. versions, and quite a few of those, which means that, for those of us who work in D or A lot, you're going to have to retune some of those to get them to fit the sound, what you might want. And thinking about it a little bit more, maybe this is the best way to do it, having drones with multiple kinds of performances, because didgeridoo, traditionally, you don't play it as a chromatic melodic instrument. It just has that drone with lots of oomph, emphasis, and rhythm, different textures coming out through the embouchures. Okay, let's move on and check out some of the presets, because I think this is where it's going to start to show us the possibilities of the instrument utilizing all 4 layers. There's layer 1, layer 2, an ambience layer, which we haven't listened to those yet, subsynth layer, and then the ability to utilize the effects engine. Let's just listen through each of these. This is called Aussie Nightclub. And Beatbox Boogie. Call of the Wild. And then we've got one here. These have mod wheel controls, and some of these maybe we'll see what the mod wheel is doing. Not in this one. So this one's using some of the effects, filter, and the arpeggiator there. And this one we could see Didgeridoo flute. The mod wheel is tied to your crossfade from A to B. And as you click across, you can see we've got mic 2 on layer B and nothing assigned to layer 1. There's such a unique timbre about the instrument, creating hybrid kind of instruments, layering different versions of the samples and sound design. Really is a unique soundscape. Yeah, I'm finding if I play up high, I'm getting kind of a synthesizer kind of sound. Really losing the identity of the didgeridoo, but yet creating something very unique. What do we got down here? We got some keys that are changing our ambiences. This is cool. Yeah, very nice. All right, let's just listen to a couple of these. We almost listened to everything. Yeah, I really like that one. And let's listen to one more, Vegemite. And that's pretty cool. It's got those beatboxes on microphone 2, which is set for layer A, and then once you go over layer B, you just get your ambience. All right, now one thing I do want to do is just go over and listen to the ambiences on their own. We've got Didgeridoos and Soundiron categories. I think the aliens have landed. It seems that I'm always impressed with what Soundiron is doing. Great sample sets, so clean, and then they take it out further with sound design included in their engine, in their instruments, I should say. Sound design from the actual instruments they've sampled. I really love the engine's ability to just take a, simple acoustic instrument, layer a couple versions, layer the sound design, ambiences, and the subsynths, and you get a whole new kind of soundscape that opens up and becomes kind of a one-note wonder in many ways. I think the limit is your imagination, and if you have trouble with your imagination, the custom effects presets are really a great way to kind of jump in and see just how far the team has taken the instruments with layering and effects and what you might be able to do too. Of course, we're going to be hearing this on probably every Australian Netflix special over the next couple years, but I also think that this is going to be a really neat way to add a whole new kind of atmosphere and ambience to cinematic scores or drama. I think that we may, of course, hear this in people doing world beat, electronic world beat kind of stuff. And I personally have a world project I'm working on right now, which I think these drones for the solo are going to be a great way to help add rich character and dimension to those tracks. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Didgeridoos by Soundiron. Please comment below and let me know what you think. Is this something you're going to be picking up? Always love to read the comments, get a pulse of what you think about the instruments that I'm reviewing, that I'm interested in, see if I can continue to review more instruments that you're interested in as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. I always love your support. And be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for the latest news, reviews, and our weekly deals page.